Hi there. It's October 15th and time for Proverbs 15. Jump over there. Now, this is a chapter about arguing effectively, right? I love this chapter. Think about husbands and wives and not arguing, right? You all have disagreements, but you can soften that. Right? A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Yeah. A soft answer. Do you yell? Okay. Do you yell or are you just calm, cool, and collected? Right. Harsh word stirs up anger. Right. Think about that when you're arguing. 2, the tongue of the wise commends knowledge, but the mouths of fools pour out folly. Pretty much, huh? Pretty much. 3, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. God sees it all. More on arguing. A gentle tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. Healing tongue. Right. Again, a gentle answer turns away wrath. Okay? Don't yell. Okay? A gentle or healing tongue is a tree of life. Perverseness in it breaks the spirit. Okay? You call each other names. It should be a rule when spouses argue. Never call the other person names. Never degrade them. Never belittle them. Their feelings are real. Even if you don't agree with them, they feel that way and they are real to them. 5, a fool despises his father's instruction, but whoever heeds reproof is prudent. Reproof, instruction, constructive criticism, right? 6, in the house of the righteous there is much treasure, but trouble befalls the income of the wicked. This over here. For though they have much, yet it is full of trouble and care. Right. Nothing but trouble. Right? In the house of the righteous there is much treasure. Do you have much treasure? Right? Treasure to you. Right? 7, the lips of the wise spread knowledge. Not so the hearts of fools. Not steadfast. Right. The wise spread knowledge, say only nice things, constructive things, uplifting things. If people only said nice things and constructive things and uplifting things, there would be a lot less speaking in this world. Right? People would keep their mouths shut. 8, sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is acceptable to him. Now, there's a note over here. That thing is abominable before God, which the wicked think to be most excellent, and whereby they think most to be accepted. Right. There's people that are evil. They give grudgingly, right? And that's an abomination to the Lord. He would rather hear the prayer of the upright than a wicked person bringing something very expensive to give and sacrifice only to try and get himself out of trouble. Think about that. 9, the way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but he loves him who pursues righteousness. Kind of goes with the one above it, huh? The way of the wicked, the sacrifice of the wicked. God doesn't like wicked people, huh? 10, there is severe discipline for him who forsakes the way. Whoever hates reproof will die. Let's see what this note is over here. Forsake. He that swerveth from the word of God cannot abide to be admonished. Right. He that swerves from the word of God can't stand to be corrected. Whoever hates reproof will die. Some people just can't stand to be corrected, okay? You can't tell them anything. It's kind of people you don't like to hang around. Okay? And if you're a Christian, you're following God, and you turn away, there is severe discipline. Right? 11, Sheol and Abaddon lie open before the Lord. How much more the hearts of the children of man? Hearts of the children of men. Sons of men. There's nothing so deep and secret that can be hid from the eyes of God, much less man's thoughts. You can't hide anything from God. 12, a scoffer does not like to be reproved. He will not go to the wise. Right? People won't. A scoffer is one who is haughty, arrogant, and prideful and conceited. They won't ask for advice. 13, a glad heart makes a cheerful face, but by sorrow of heart the spirit is crushed. Right? By the sorrow of the heart the mind is heavy. Spirit is crushed by the sorrow of the heart. Okay, that kind of goes with the arguing too. That's why it's green. You can crush somebody's spirit by saying evil, horrible, awful things to them. You never want to do that to your loved one when you're having a disagreement. As you crush a spirit, and it's very, very hard to get that back. 14, the heart of him who has understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouths of fools feed on folly or foolishness. Right? And he's talking about that understanding. Talks about that a lot. Understanding. It's one thing to hear it, but you have to understand it. You have to get it in here, and you have to, know it inside and out. 15, all the days of the afflicted are evil, but the cheerful of heart has a continual feast. Conscience, heart. Cheerful of conscience, it's over here. Right. Cheerful of heart. That's joy. Okay. Joy is not happiness. Joy is knowing where you're going to end up, knowing that everything's going to be okay and the devil can't do anything about it. Right? That's joy. Cheerful of heart. That's joy. 16, better is a little with fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble with it. Right. Let's highlight it too. Better to have a little and follow the Lord than have great treasure and all the trouble that comes with it. Right. You notice how a lot of these extremely rich people they're taking drugs and they're in rehab, and there's nothing but constant trouble. They got to have bodyguards around them all the time. Never any peace. You want that kind of trouble? Everybody says, no, it'll be different with me, but it's not. Okay, it's not. 17, better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a fattened ox and hatred with it. Right? Think about this at Thanksgiving. Better is a salad. Just stay home and have a salad than a fattened ox and hatred. Right? You go to people that hate you, they can't stand you, but they're family, right? You all got to get together. Right? Then it starts arguing and fighting, and then the cops get called, and it gets awkward. Just stay home. Just stay home. 18, a hot-tempered man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger quiets contention. And that also goes with, I think we're going to make that pink, right? Goes along with arguing. Hot-tempered. Need to be slow to anger. All right? Don't be angry at your wife because she's having a disagreement with you. She feels something that you don't feel. You need to validate that and not belittle them for feeling something you don't feel. It goes both ways. Right? 19. The way of a sluggard is like a hedge of thorns, but the path of the upright is a level highway. For lazy people, everything's hard. 20. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish man despises his mother. Right? I have wise sons. It makes the father glad. That's me. Right? 21. Folly or foolishness is a joy to him who lacks sense, but a man of understanding walks straight ahead. Right? Just stay on the path. 22. Without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors, they succeed. Get advice before you do anything. If you're going to undertake some new thing you haven't done before, find somebody who's done it. Right? They'll always be glad to tell you how they did it, how they failed, what to watch out for. Talk to as many people as you can. 23. To make an apt answer is a joy to a man, and a word in season, how good it is. Word in due season, that's to say. If he will that our talk be comfortable, we must wait for time and season. Apt answer, right? But he loves an apt answer, right? 24. The path of life leads upward for the prudent, that he may turn away from Sheol beneath. Right? If you're seeking God, you're always going up. Right? 25. The Lord tears down the house of the proud, but maintains the widow's boundaries. God doesn't like pride. Okay? Pride, liars, scoffers, there's things he finds abominable. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but gracious words are pure. Got that? Be kind, be uplifting, admonish people, uplift them, make them feel better. 27. Whoever is greedy for unjust gain troubles his own household, but he who hates bribes will live. Think about this. A lot of people accepting bribes and you only accept the bribe if you have to make a decision, and the decision is not something you believe in. Okay, I don't believe that's right. Somebody pays you, I'll give you $1 million to vote that way anyhow, and they take it. And once they take the bribe, now they're under somebody else's control. Right? Once you've taken a bribe, that person always has something on you. Right? Those who hate bribes will live. 28. The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours out evil things. Right? That's an important part of arguing too with your spouse. If you're righteous, you will ponder how to answer. You're not going to blurt something out without first thinking about it, saying it in your head and thinking, what effect will this have on my spouse? Okay? If it will hurt them and belittle them and crush their spirit, don't say it. Okay? Because the mouth of the wicked pours out evil things. 29. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. Right? Far from the wicked, but he hears the whisper of the righteous. He's sat close to you. I like that. 30. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, And good news refreshes the bones, makes fat the bones. Right. Light of the eyes rejoices the heart. You ever see somebody smile with their eyes and they're just a joy to look upon, right? You want your spouse to be like that. Right? 31. It's in green, the arguing. The ear that listens to life-giving reproof will dwell among the wise. Yeah. Listen. That's important. Listen before formulating your answer. Listen first. 32. Whoever ignores instruction despises himself, but he who listens to reproof gains intelligence. Right? Pretty smart, right? A lot of people, you can't tell me what to do. Okay. And 33. The fear of the Lord is instruction in wisdom, and humility comes before honor, right? Being humble always goes before being honored. Prideful people don't get honored because people don't like prideful people. Right? That's important. Okay, there you go. Let's go over all these green ones and tie them together. Well, they're not all green, but some of them are pink, but we'll do all the arguing. Right? A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Right? Think about that. Okay? You're going to have disagreements. But if you're the one that's speaking softly, okay, the softer you talk, the more people listen. You know that? When I wanted to get through to my kids, really get through to them, I would whisper. I would say, if you do this, this is going to happen to you. Okay? And they would listen closely, and their eyes would get big. Right? So a soft answer turns away wrath. A gentle tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. Right? Healing. A gentle tongue is healing. Think about that when you're arguing with the one you love the most. Right? Do you want to break them down? Right? I think we changed color from pink to green down here. Maybe not. Cheerful heart has a continual feast. Right? We're looking on the pink ones for arguing. A hot-tempered man stirs up strife, or woman, but he who is slow to anger quiets contention. Right? Can you argue without getting angry? Not easy. Think about love. Think about why somebody feels that way. Okay? Yeah, the pink ones. Humility comes before honor. So, there's your arguing ones. Okay? Let's check the other ones out. We highlighted 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. He sees it all. Okay? Nothing is hidden from God. Okay, highlighted 8. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is acceptable to him. Okay? Evil people giving gifts is an abomination to the Lord. Yeah. Did we do this one? A glad heart makes a cheerful face, but by sorrow of heart the spirit is crushed. Right? Mm-hmm. A glad heart, that's joy. We talked about that. That is joy. It's joy. The heart of him who has understanding. The main things Solomon wants you to get is wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Okay? That's one of the big 3. And we highlight a part of 15. All the days of the afflicted river, but the cheerful of heart, the joy has a continual feast. And that's joy. Glad heart, joy. Cheerful heart, joy. Knowing that nothing on earth can change what's going to end for you, right? You highlighted 16. 16 and 17 go together. Better is a little with fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble with it, right? You want to be like these rich people, but they've got nothing but trouble, right? They're in rehab, they're alcohol and drugs, and this spot they're trying to fill with a different kind of joy than the joy of the Lord, and it never lasts, okay? Great trouble. And the Thanksgiving verse, right? Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a fattened ox and hatred with it, right? Think about that if you're going somewhere for dinner. It's a bunch of people that hate you, just don't go. And there's hatred and contention. Just, just stay home. And we do that. That's the arguing one. All right, highlighted part of 26. Thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord. The thoughts. But gracious words are pure. Right? Can you say your words are pure? You only say good things and only uplift people and only say kind things. You can do that if you try. 27, we highlighted, whoever is greedy for unjust gain troubles his own household. Right? There are people that are greedy for money, even if it comes by evil means, which includes taking bribes, right? But he who hates bribes will live. We talked about bribes. We know people take bribes. When somebody wants you to do something that is against your nature, they will bribe you to do it. And then once they bribed you, they have control of you, right? Because all they have to do is tell somebody, I paid him to say that. And then your whole reputation is ruined. And that's part of the arguing one. The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer. Don't just blurt it out. James, it says, be quick to listen and slow to speak, which means you should be listening. If somebody's talking, you should be listening about what they're saying instead of formulating the answer in your head that you're going to rebut them with before they even finish speaking, right? The righteous ponders how to answer. 31, that was part of the arguing. The ear that listens to life-giving reproof would dwell among the wise. If you have a reputation, and it takes a while, of only saying good things and only saying nice things and only building people up and uplifting them, right? People will want to hear you. People will want to listen to you. That includes your spouse, right? If you never say evil things, they'll want to listen to you. We'll dwell among the wise. And 33, the fear of the Lord is instruction and wisdom, and humility comes before honor. Humbleness. If you want to be honored, you must be humble and let somebody else do the honoring. So there you go. That's Proverbs 15. A lot of instructions on arguing, and having disagreements with your spouse or your loved ones or your co-workers, and right, good rules, okay, to answer softly, don't yell, okay, you just make them angry when you yell, right? Gentle tongue is a tree of life, perverseness breaks the spirit, okay, listen first, don't cut them off, right? Validate their feelings. They feel that way. It's real to them, even if it's not real to you. It is real to them, and you must validate it by saying, I understand you feel that way. Okay, but lots of good stuff in there. Stay tuned later. We're at night 289 of our Through the Bible in a Year, deep in the Gospels. At the peak of Jesus' ministry, this is the best time. So stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. But until later, we'll keep going. See you then.